Let's use the CRAAP test now to judge some websites for our Disney question. You'll see I've used Google to find some sites, and we know that it's not the only place I could go, but for this particular question it's probably one of the best, and certainly it's going to be fast. You'll see that Google has thrown up a series of websites for me, and I'm not going to go past the first page. You can also see by the fact that some of these are purple, I've already had a quick look because it gives me a sense of what I'm dealing with. Google is going to rank sites according to popularity, so the top site may not actually be the best, and as a good researcher I want to check out a few. When I have a look at the Wikipedia article, I can see that Disneyland Sleeping Beauty Castle is here as part of their summary, so I'm guessing it's going to answer my question. Check with your teacher before using Wikipedia. It does have sometimes some accuracy and authority issues. When I have a look at the currency of Wikipedia, it was updated last week, so it's certainly current. Is it relevant? I can see my keywords here jumping out at me: Disneyland Sleeping Beauty Castle, and the answer here is Neuschwanstein. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. This is all I'm going to read on this site because there's nothing in the contents that refer to the Disneyland Castle. Now I have to check it for authority. One of the good things about Wikipedia is that it uses references. So I can click on these numbers and I will be directed to links at the bottom of the site. Let's have a look at number 5, which is our answer. So here at the bottom of the page I see the references and Smith is highlighted. I could click on Smith to link across to his page, or I can come down to the sources and double check what Smith is all about. Here it is. And what I see here is that I actually have a dead link. So that's a bit of a bummer, but it happens sometimes when we're using the net. What it does is it makes it very difficult to check for the authority of this particular piece of information. So I'm going to need to go somewhere else to check it out, and I need to do that anyway because at the moment this is my first answer and I need to make sure that it is accurate. The purpose of Wikipedia is to provide me with information. It's an encyclopedia, and that's exactly what I want, so it fits my purpose. But what I need to do now is go back and check some other sites. And I don't want to go back to these sites within Wikipedia themselves, because I actually want to go out of Wikipedia and do some double checking and cross-referencing. As I scroll through the websites, I don't need images yet, but Wikipedia is handy because a lot of their images are based around Creative Commons. If I go to the next site under Wikipedia, I see that I'm going to neuschwansteincastle.net. .net is starting to make me a little bit nervous, and I see that it's about most visited castles, so I'm guessing this perhaps is a tourism or some sort of advertising site. When I get into the site itself, I can start to see some ads, so I'm starting to think, the information here could be good, but not necessarily what I want. And it's a travel guide. If I scroll down and I find some information about Disney, yes, there it is, inspired by Walt Disney, Neuschwanstein Castle. All this site is really doing is confirming what I've found out from Wikipedia, so I wouldn't use this one as a reference. My next site, Cinderella's Castle, that's not actually the castle I want. 9 and 8 real life architectural locations. These are perhaps websites that are part of social media. I can tell that by some of the information in the addresses. So as much as social media can be very, very good, I'm looking for information, and I will give this a little wide berth at the moment. The next site is the castle behind Disney's castle, the Orange County. Orange County is actually where Disneyland is in the United States. So I'm thinking this could be useful, and when I read the information about it, a Disneyland representative confirms, I'm thinking that this could be a really handy place to go. When I look at the site, when I actually get in there, the Orange County Register looks like a newspaper, and I'm reading from the entertainment section. So I'm guessing I'm about to read a feature article. Is it current? 2012, updated 2013. It's not that long ago, and the information won't have dated at all. The title of the site is also giving me some clues that it's going to be very, very relevant. The authority of this particular site is coming from the fact that it is a feature article written for a newspaper, and we do have this phrase from our Google search, a Disneyland representative confirming. So they've actually gone to someone from Disneyland and got some information. I've also got a link here to Neuschwanstein Castle. Let's check that out. Neuschwanstein today. This looks like it's going to be a site about the castle itself. Let's have a quick look at another place. Idea and history. Yep, this is about the king and about the castle. Nothing to do with Disneyland. So I'm going to judge this site really quickly to be not relevant for me, and I'll choose not to use it. Back in the Orange County site, I'm happy with the authority. The accuracy is backing up, obviously, Neuschwanstein Castle, but it's also answering the other part of my question and telling me that Walt Disney had actually gone to Neuschwanstein as part of a trip to Europe. That's where he got the inspiration from. The purpose of this site is to give me information, so I'm fairly happy that it's not trying to sell me a trip to Disneyland or to Germany. It's going to fit my purposes quite nicely. So when I'm using the CRAAP test, this would be the best site for me to use, and I have cross-referenced it so I know that my information is accurate.